everybody, it's the Lotto King. Alright, this is kind of like an after school special in a sense. Um, I've been thinking about this since the holidays, and with after watching Staying Up for a Change, the new PA Scratch King PA channel, which I'll put a link at the end of this video again just because it's kind of topical. Um, Lottery tickets and the lottery and casino gambling, how society, I think, looks at them as two different things. As these things are innocent, they're innocent, there's nothing wrong with them, you know, you're helping out older Pennsylvanians. You give these as a gift to someone, and it's just a cute little lottery ticket. They just look at this as a cute little lottery ticket. But what a lot of people don't consider is that cute little lottery ticket can lead to a lot more. It can lead to addiction, essentially. Um, you get one lottery ticket and then you buy multiple lottery tickets, just like these here that I did here, that, these all lost. But it can lead to addiction. And then these are some of the same people that when you go to a casino, often they say that you have a gambling problem. Okay, you may or may not have a gambling problem, I don't know. But lottery tickets, in my humble opinion, unless you live directly next to a casino, less than a mile per se, because odds are, depending where you live, within a mile somewhere, you've got a convenience store or a grocery store that sells lottery tickets. So they are that convenient that, in my opinion, lottery tickets and lottery ticket addiction is much more serious than casino gambling addiction. Simply on the fact that you can get a lottery ticket just like that. It's such more predatory, in my opinion, than a casino is. Like I say, unless you live less than a mile from a casino, which in that case, you'll probably have a 50-50 depending on what you go to. Do you go to the casino or do you go for lottery tickets? I mean, in that case, you're probably going to the casino. That's a whole nother game. That's probably an addiction, and, but yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that the way society looks at lottery tickets, I think they find this is less of a problem than what casino gambling can be. And I'm saying can be. While lottery tickets, if you're watching this, I have an addiction. These things are an addiction because you keep wanting to play more. Is it a problem? It becomes a problem obviously when you can't pay your bills, and when you go overboard with it. When it's a problem. But we can still have an addiction. We can't deny that we have an addiction. We're addicted to this. I'm addicted to casino gambling. I'm addicted to Chipotle. I am addicted to, a lot of things again, but with these being so much more accessible than casino gambling for the most of us, it's tempting. And like I was watching Staying Up for a Change's video today, and he was saying about how, now he's trying to stay strong, but kind of everywhere he goes, these are popping out at you, and you're like, oh, I can just pick one up, I kind of looking at it as an example is like if you give someone some alcohol for sort of Christmas, let's say. This person doesn't really drink alcohol that much, but you give them this alcohol, they start drinking it, they like it, and then they start drinking alcohol, and you essentially get them addicted, with the potential that it can become a problem. So, I don't know. I just kind of get curious to get everyone else's opinion on that. It does seem like, lottery tickets are innocent, when in my opinion, it's worse because they're so much more convenient. And like in my own personal situation, because, I go to the casino, I would say quite often, not as much as I used to, because ultimately, because I do a lot more of this, I don't go to the casino as much. Because in a way, it scratches that addiction itch because you're chasing after money, so I don't go as much, ultimately I probably should go more because the odds in the casino of winning are better than these things, but again, these are convenient. I don't need to ride 90 minutes to the casino, I can just go down the street, pick some up, you know, scratch that itch. And a lot of times this will be cheaper, but and overall, considering I do it every week, mainly just for this channel, um, and that's something I've considered myself too. Like, if I stop doing this channel, I spend almost $200 a month to basically just to get the tickets to operate this channel on a daily basis. You know, it's $2,400 a year basically that I could use for something else, and it's something I have to weigh out obviously in my own head, but that's not really what this has to do with. But yeah. So, what is your opinion? Do people in your personal bubble, do your friends and family, do they kind of treat the lottery the same way? If you play lottery a lot, do they say you have a problem? Just kind of curious. Food for thought. This sort of after school special. But yeah, go check out Staying Up for a Change's video today. He's kind of talking about that. This is his day number 1 if you're watching this today on Wednesday, and gonna give him all the support we can. It's tough. He will relapse. I mean, we can't think it's just kind of like a person recovering from alcohol, any other gambling. He will relapse because these are so in the picture that he will relapse. But he's got to stay strong and try not to. It's definitely a different mindset. But, all right. Hopefully you had a great hump day. It is technically hump day today, even though most of us we only had a 4-day week, so we're well over the hump. All right, until next time.